I suppose the first thing about Carlisle is the journey stands out. Is this actually a good time to go there before winter sets in next month?
Yeah, it's probably certainly better than going up in the wind and the rain or the snow sort of thing. But I'll probably, it's probably better going up there now to answer your question. But we've had, I'd have rather it happen Saturday to Saturday, but we're okay. We've made sure that the first team are adequately rested, and hopefully we can go up there ready for a game against who are, I think, certainly one of the top 2 or 3 teams now in this league.
And of course, they're always going to be strong at home, aren't they? What's the secret to actually going up there and getting a good result, do you feel?
Scoring more goals than them, mate. You knew that was coming, though, didn't you? It's about just getting your game right. You know, we know our game, we know what we're supposed to be doing, and if people get near that, then it'll be. I think it'll be a good game anyway. It'll be a close game, but they've had 2 good away results and 1 defeat at home, first game of the season. So they'll be looking to get a result against their in front of their home fans. So we've got to go there, be prepared, know it's going to be a tough game, and compete, and then hopefully you take your chances, because that's a massive thing in this league. Most teams create chances, but you've got to be able to take them and take more than the opposition, and then you come away with the 3 points.
And most of your squad have been able to get something of a rest. Not many of them will be involved probably at the weekend. Got the full 90 in the checker trade, so there has been that opportunity. But do you have to sort of taper training for the likes of Danny Wright, who are on the bench on Tuesday night and the like?
You do. You have to manage them, as we say, and they've got to manage themselves, because there's a balance between not doing enough and doing too much at this stage, especially when there's 7-8 games in August. I think there's 7 or 8 games in September. So we have to make sure that we look after them, but not mollycoddle them.
Has Brian Graham come through his 90 minutes on Tuesday? Because he was obviously needing the 90 minutes, he was needing the game time, but has there been any reaction since?
No, because I only saw him after the game. We had yesterday off, although he worked in the gym and in the pool with some of the lads that needed to do sort of like a cool down session, if you like. But yeah, he's not ready for 90 minutes. We knew that because of his discussions, if you like, with Hibernian. Took a little while longer than we thought. But what we know is he's got half hour in him, and he might have 90 minutes in him, but he needed to get that one under his belt just to show that he did a couple of sprints in the 89th, 90th minute, just to probably show me that he's still got his legs late on, but it's affecting the game, and with us he's going to have to affect the game for the whole period that he's on the pitch, whether that be half hour, an hour or 90 minutes. So he knows that, but he's not into our system yet. He doesn't quite know when we're shutting down, the angles and things like that, but he will do, and I'm pleased we've got him in the building, and he will be a good competition for that number 9 shirt, or that target man position.
Has training sort of been noticeably different this week, the mood amongst the players after that win over Crawley? Because in theory you get some confidence from that.
Yeah, it's always a better atmosphere, and you can give information out with a smile on your face as the manager if you've won the last game. It's sometimes when you've had a defeat, you're chewing a wasp, or you're giving out information sort of thing, or look like you're chewing a wasp. And that's just how it is. That's human nature. But again, you can't be too much either way. You can't be too upset with the lads during the week when you're training them, and you can't be too Billy Buttling either at the other end because you've won a game. It's 2 games, won one, lost one, and we've got to put as early as we can, like I always say, a run of wins together, just to get you in credit. and that's what we've got to do as soon as we can.
And how important for John Flatt and the defence was it that there was a nil last week?
Yeah.
The first clean sheet of the season as well as the first win.
Yeah, well, it's not bad in two games. First clean sheet, second game of the season. But yeah, no, it's good. And as you say, that it gets them confident in themselves and the players around them, but also the players in front of them, because they're the first line of defence. And we did that well. I think Crawley had one or two half chances. I don't remember a real chance where we said they should have scored there. And then when there was a foray, lots of numbers coming together on our goal line, we dealt with it. And we dealt with it well, and it looked like we was trying to keep that ball out of our net with vigour, and that's what we did. And so, yeah, it was good to get a nil, but the way we got that nil was solid.
Are you expecting to fill any more gaps in the squad before Saturday?
Well, every day's new, every day's different. There's lots of things that are pending. There's lots of clubs still got to make decisions on, everyone's moaning about how late people are doing their business and players are holding out to the last minute. That means other players can't move on because teams can't lose some of the players that are going out. So, as I say, they're keeping people around. So I think it'll be a very, very busy week next week. But if we can get anything done before then, we will.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Gary, after Tuesday, you said you would probably like to be bringing at least two more in. Is Jordan Mustoe still a possible? Is he still recovering from his injury?
He's still a possible. We've worked hard with him on his rehabilitation. It's not a major injury, but it was bad timing, an injury for him and for us, really. So he's still training with us. He's still being rehabilitated by us, which is the right thing to do anyway. And so yeah, he's still around, and hopefully for him and for us that he recovers quick enough and doesn't have any sort of reoccurrence in the next week or so. But yeah, he's certainly been around, and we're just keeping an eye on him and his rehabilitation at the moment.
Yeah, you had a look at quite a few right backs in pre-season, but obviously you've got Jordan Forster can play there, Carl Winchester can play there, Josh Thomas can play there. Are you still looking for a specialist, or are you quite happy with what you got there at the moment?
No, I'm pretty happy with what we got there, because Dawson, Winnie can play wing backs as well. I know people say Dawson's not a wing back. Well, I worked with him for 5 years, and I know that he can be. And one of his strengths is how he can just bomb up and down all day long when he needs to. So, but no, we've sort of got enough cover there. We need a little bit of competition, let's say, on the other side. And then you can't have enough strikers, so you're looking for probably another striker. But there's two or three positions that we think we need to create competition for. I think that's the best way of saying it, and so we're still trying to do that.
Yeah, talking of Kevin Dawson, has he got a chance of being involved at Carlisle?
Yes, he's got a chance of being. Really, it's down to the medical team now to tell me, because I want him out there straight away, of course. But he's going to train with us this morning. We've just got to be ready for it not to happen. But it'd be great if it does happen, because I'm looking forward to getting him in there, into the squad. It's not an injury that he's had before. It's not an injury that sort of lasts ages and ages. But it is a muscle injury that when they tear, they take a little bit of time. So, and he is an all or nothing Dawes. You know that when he plays, he's going to give you everything. So you have to have that in mind when somebody's just getting over an injury. You've got to give them enough time to go, well, go on then, go and give it your all now.
Yeah, you broke a few records during your first full season at Cheltenham, and Cheltenham haven't won at Carlisle since 1933, so it'd be nice to break that record on Saturday, wouldn't it?
Yeah, did you report that?
Yeah, I was there. Yeah.
At that time. Yeah, the chairman was still chairman at that time, wasn't he? Yeah, that's a long time ago, and the war was on, wasn't it? Wasn't there a war during that? No, that was a bit early, wasn't it? Before the war. Oh well, there you go. I'm sure a lot's changed since then. But yeah, it'd be nice. It's always nice to break records because it means that you've done well, and I'll mention that to the lads, see if it makes any difference.
Cheers, Gary.
No problem.
Cheers, Gary. Thank you.